60 minutes of our hearts. Grit and courage.
Let's play netball! This is the 9th placing playoffs of the M1 Asia Netball Championships 2018 between Philippines and Maldives. First up, please welcome Maldives! Here's your starting 7. Goal shooter, Ima Abdul Sattar. Goal attack, Emina Lila. Wing attack, Emina Reem Sham. Center, Emina Nazra. Wing defense, Sarah Abdul-Bari. Goal defense, Hamna Abdul Rahman. And goalkeeper, Eminaf Rabab Ibrahim. That is your starting 7. Joining them on the court are Arha Amir, Aishat Hanan Hussein, Aishat Luna Musa, Rashida Musa, and Aisha Zunana Nimal. Their coach is Aminat Halim, manager Hava Zahira, assistant manager Salwa Ismail, and team official Ibrahim Rashid. Once again, please give it up for Maldives. Their opponents, the Philippines. Here's their starting 7. Goal shooter, Karen Lomogda. Goal attack, Anathea Senarosa. Wing attack and birthday girl, Grala 2. Center, Maurice Andrea Tonko. Wing defense, Diana Dorquesa. Goal defense, Janelle Mendoza. And goalkeeper, Kathleen Jane Sano. That is your starting 7. Joining them on the court are Angeline Teresa Aquino, Katrina Rose Domino, Eunice Trisma and Japone, Zarmaine Velez, Elisa Diana Ventura. Their coach, Angelina Fedilaga. Team official, Kate Samantha Gutierrez. Once again, please give it up for the Philippines! The umpires for the match are Ken Metakingi and Sylvia Lim. Reserve umpire, Natapom Namta. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the national anthem of Maldives. please remain standing for the national anthem of the Philippines. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Philippines versus Maldives.
Soundboy, get on!
Very well, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We have won the Asian Netball Championship 2018 at the lovely OCBC Arena right here in Singapore, the Singapore Sports Hub. It is the 9th, 10th playoff as the Philippines take on Maldives. Second time these two teams will be facing each other in this tournament. Philippines fought back in their earlier one to come up top 50-44 earlier on. Standing by with us, Shui as well. You've been watching both of these teams throughout the tournament. Shui, what can we expect from both of them as Maldives start off?
Maldives had a strong start the last game they met, so they'll be looking to get in control early again and to maintain it throughout the game, of course. But in Philippines side, that connection between Grella Teo, the wing attack, and Anatia, the goal attack, will be one to watch as Maldives get into play. And obviously their shooter, Ima, it's their main shooter, accounting for most of Maldives' shots, and she is the key shooter, and she is their sharper shooter as well, with 84.1% shooting accuracy.
And Ima there missing an early shot as well as the Philippines not starting the best. Karen Lamogda there, tough shots though early on for both these teams, though very evenly matched as well. Maldives finishing 9th at the last ANC. Philippines, of course, did not participate. It's good to see them being part of proceedings here in Singapore, especially winning a couple of games as well. They beat Pakistan, they beat Chinese Taipei, so encouraging stuff for the Philippines in their first Asian Netball Championships.
Yes, I was just talking to the Philippines coach before this, before the game started. They were saying that they have been happy with what they have learned and have improved on throughout this tournament, and they have quite a tough time back at home training. They use actually the basketball court to train instead of a netball court. So looking at their performance throughout this tournament, it has been really encouraging for them.
That is one of the most encouraging things, I think, to come out of this tournament there. She just lost the ball there, but Anathea Senarosa has been sensational for Philippines. They are a top shooter in this tournament. So it's encouraging that not only are they here and participating, but they've got enough talent in the ranks to give the team a boost moving forward as well. As the Maldives get it in.
The connection between Ima and the goal attack, that is Aminaf Lila, it's something that the Philippines defense will have to watch out for as well. So what they did really well the last game was that they ended up making Aminaf Lila shoot. Because of the height disadvantage, they were able to get a lot more balls in the last quarter.
And Ima's got her first goal. She just loses it there to the Philippines. Philippines now coming forward. Long ball up to Senarosa. Quick interplay there. Lamogda now. Again, she hasn't the best of starts, but another chance at the cherry. Not quite warmed up so far, Karen Lamogda, early on. A great interception there from Kathleen Seno.
And that was just an obstruction call by the umpire.
And again, chance now for Lamogda to get off the mark. And eventually she does. It is 1-1 early on in this first quarter. Remember, the earlier game between these two teams is very, very tight. Again, poor pass there from the Maldives.
There's just been too much noise in this starting quarter, and the team that is able to stable it down will get that control and that edge. So it's been a slow scoring start, but it actually means that the defense are working really hard.
And there again, defense working hard. An example of that, Aminath Rabah Ibrahim, the Maldivian keeper, doing really well there. Keep the ball away from the Philippine goal shooter and goal attacker. She's on the ball now, gets it up.
Just a replay call, couldn't quite handle the ball right there.
An example of what you're saying, Shoes, early on. Neither team really establishing themselves, not the smoothest of starts from either side.
Yeah, and they just need to really stop worrying about what the opponents are doing and start doing what they're capable of.
Lamogda from a fair distance gets it 2-1 to the Philippines. And another turnover for the Philippines up front. Shoes, when you're in a match like this and maybe you haven't had the best of starts, a lot of turnovers, a couple of mistakes here and there, how do you sort of keep yourself in the game and just tell yourselves, you know, you believe in your game and eventually that it will come through?
Yeah, I think we just need to get back to what the focus is, right, for the team. So it would have been mentioned right before the game by the coaches or by the team captains. So we just need to steady it down and start. The teams just need to steady it down and just start with like really simple passing, coming towards for the ball, forward for the ball, instead of trying to get those away and difficult ones.
And under the basket there, 2-2 for Ima. Maldives come forward again. Again, the hands today just been, maybe it's a bit cold in the arena, not warmed up. Number of mistakes, number of mishandles. The Seneros are coming deep now. The Tonko. Lamogda.
There's Grella Teo with really good passing.
Great movement by Lamogda again, just short. The Philippines team, though, especially Lamogda, she seems like she's quite comfortable from taking that shot from a distance, though it hasn't quite come off today. And again, another interception from the Philippines. Defensively, they're doing a lot of good work. There's Teo again. Senerosa. It's a better position. Still far way out. Great shot there. Lovely arc on the ball. It's almost basketball-like there from Senerosa.
Yeah, they do have a unique shooting style. So, however, she's rather tall as well. So, the 3 feet hands up might not work on her because of her height. Yeah, but they just need to challenge the ball before she gets into shooting range.
And it's still Philippines ball here. Senerosa. Out to the center. Tonko. Nice pass inside. Good finish from Lamogda. Maldives need to establish themselves a little bit more. And again, they're not the best of passes from Aminath Leela. They just seem to be struggling to get position in that attacking third. Is Santa Rosa keeps it in, does well. Tonko, nice ball over the top. Lamogda, 5-2 now to the Philippines with the center pass. Santa Rosa, long arms of hers, allows her to get that. Again, Lamogda just clattered by Aminath Rabah Ibrahim.
It is, from a defensive point of view, it is quite difficult to get past these two rather tall and moving shooters. For the height, they move really well as well. So they have to really start getting on. Maldives really have to start getting on to these two Philippine shooters as soon as possible.
Chance now for Maldives to pull one back. Ima, once more. She's sharp in their final third, of course, coming into this one, shooting 85.3%. Another infringement from the Maldives. And you talk about them being very athletic, the front two, the top two of the Philippines, as Santa Rosa gets another one. And Maldives, they give up a lot of height. I think as a defender, as a smaller defender, you see, I think, a couple of these height discrepancies throughout this tournament, especially when people face the Sri Lankans. That's national shot from Aminath Leela, 7-4 now. As a defender, how do you try to counter the height difference?
I think there's a few strategies to it. One is that you actually have to do the work early to get the ball even before they reach this tall and unattainable height that you can't jump on. So get that mid-court press done well. The other one is that the goalkeeper just has to get off a bit to be able to watch for the intercepts, the easy straight ones that are going into these tall shooters.
Aminath Leela there just missing one as Lamogda extends the lead for the Philippines. 8-4 now. Just over 4 minutes left. That said, again, another pass, but this time they'll keep the ball, Maldives, but another pass was astray, but again, now this one, good ball inside to Ima. 8-5. They're hanging about Maldives. Encouraging for them that maybe they haven't quite found their rhythm, but only 3 behind.
They are really trying to push the shooters up court instead of being able to get those easy long ones in as near to the shooting post as possible. So that is encouraging to see for Maldives.
But the Philippines, though, doing a good job countering on that occasion as well. Good movement in and out of Santa Rosa to get it in a good position to make it 9-5. As Ima gets another one. It's interesting shooting style. She's got 1 foot off the floor.
Yeah, so I think she will want to be as near to the goalpost as possible so that those hands won't really matter. She has a clear view of the shooting post still.
And jostling for position there. Aminath Nazrai into Aminath Leela. And again, as you mentioned, she was working really well with Ima, the two of them, the goal shooter and the attack. 9-7 now. The Philippines lead. Good pass cut out there as the Philippines come forward, move it up quickly. Lamogda far away out, but doesn't matter. She gets it.
They're really on form today, Philippines. Obviously in the last game they struggled to find their momentum, but they managed to find it pretty well now. And I would say that they have the upper hand right now as they settle down.
And Santa Rosa gets another one. 11-7 to the Philippines.
Just a timeout call by Aminaf Lila.
Aminaf Lila going to the bench. More size up front now for the Maldives. Aminaf Lila, she does a lot of good work, but very, very undersized for a goal attack. You look at the height difference between the Philippines goal attack and the Maldives goal attack. With that said, she manages to make it work with smart movement, especially combining well with this lady here, Ima. But she'll just take a rest now as Ima. Unlucky there, in and out.
That's a footwork call against the Philippine center. It is actually her first international outing here in Singapore. So, in the starting lineup, that will mean that she is of really good standard.
From a long way out, Ima gets another one. She has been keeping the Maldives in this one. Some sharp shooting. They haven't had the most of opportunities, but every opportunity she's gotten, she's tried to make the best of it. Santa Rosa, long way out.
That's uncharacteristic of Enatia, though.
Well, Lamogda there to make sure that they weren't hurt by that one. 12-8. We got about 10 seconds left of the first quarter. And again, a relentless defense from the Philippines. And that has been the story.
That is the end of the first quarter. The score is 12-8 to the Philippines.
Slow start offensively for both teams. The Philippines maybe establishing themselves a little bit more in the attacking third. It ends here at the first quarter. Philippines 12, Maldives 8.
All right, it's the M1 Asian Netball Championships 2018. Amazing women taking the courts today. Let's find out a little bit more about them. Coming up here, it's Zarmaine Valles from Team Philippines.
Welcome back to the OCBC Arena M1 Asian Netball Championships. This is the 9th, 10th playoff, Philippines and the Maldives. As Philippines get us underway here in the second quarter, leading 12-8 at the end of the first quarter. Joined here by Kwok Shui.
There's just some change, just one change actually in the Philippines lineup. With Katrina Rose coming in the wing attack position for Grelatio. And of course, the change we have seen in the last quarter with Aminah Leela going to the bench and Adha Amir going into the goal attack position.
Adha on for Aminah Leela. But Domingo as well already made a contribution with the assist as Ima once more. She's sharp up front, isn't she, Shui?
She is, and she has accounted for 85.3% of Maldives goals. And of the 224 goals scored through this tournament, she has put in 191. So that's
quite a statistic as Santa Rosa. Once more, she starting to become a factor in this squad. I think just talking about Ima and the things that she's done in this tournament, I think she's got all 9 of the Maldives goals so far in this match. Once again, good hands there from Ima, but just steps out of play. Unlucky. Not the easiest of passes to deal with there.
It isn't, and the Philippines defense is shutting her out really well. So Adha Amir has to come into the game a lot more to put the Maldives back into the scoring board.
Another infringement, Philippines ball. Santa Rosa. Bit of a straight pass, but Domino manages to get onto it. And good interception there, but unlucky. Lamogda gets it, second bite of the cherry. But the Maldivian defense, they're working hard. They are undersized against these two big Filipino goals. But they are trying their best, working ever so hard. There's Lamogda. You got the confidence to take it from that distance. And shows us why. 16-9 now to the Philippines.
She has definitely settled down, Lamogda. So it's encouraging for Anathea to, just take off her shooting load a bit as well.
See the Maldives get a response. Ima again, nice movement, just losing her marker and on fire today. 16-10 now to the Maldives. Santa Rosa. Domino. Another infringement there. She does a lot of work, doesn't she, Santa Rosa? Comes deep, receives the ball. There's Lamogda again from a distance. Just missing out. Oh, good work there from Domino. Just illegally, but you see they're putting a lot of pressure on the Maldives, this Philippines team.
Yeah, I would have agreed that they have stepped up with their defensive efforts since the last game. So they had, in the last game they met Maldives, they had just slackened a bit with defensive effort and allowed the Maldives to get momentum. So right now, I would say that actually Maldives is still struggling to find their momentum, which credit to Philippines is doing a really good job.
That's right. But Ima, though, has just got another one, 16-11. She's found the rhythm. Maybe she needs the rest of her teammates to maybe get up on par with her. Just so good once again just now, just peeling off the defender. Great at finding space. Ada feeds it in to Ima. 16-12 now. Bit of momentum for the Maldives if they can try to build onto it. Domino, a lot of space in the corner, waiting for Santa Rosa. Close down there. Unlucky for Santa Rosa, but almost magnetic the ball coming back to 17-12. And the Philippines team, again now, so much pressure early on the Maldivian players.
Yeah, and Philippines are just setting up a 2-on-1 on the center pass defense. So what they would need is that their attackers are doing that early workload to come up for that center pass. So you don't have Anathea with that long arms trying to get her hands onto the ball while they are looking backwards.
There's Anathea. She is putting in a ton of work, isn't she? Almost everywhere for the Philippines. And again, now early pressure and just not giving the Maldives team any time.
That was great movement by Ima.
She is a special player, isn't she, Ima? Keeping them in this. And choose just... when you do get early pressure, what is the best way as the attacking side to counteract? There's Ima once again. Just great at finding position. And once she gets the ball, it's almost guaranteed, at least in this game so far, that she will put it in the net. I can only remember her missing one shot so far, Shoes.
She is a swift mover and someone they can rely on. So, as you were talking about early pressure up on court, what they will need to is not to be caught flat-footed, which means you shouldn't be stationary, and you have to keep moving to find space so that it's not too predictable for the defense to detect.
And again there, just talking about that pressure, the Philippines once more forcing a turnover. What they do lack in maybe a little bit of experience, the Filipino side, as you alluded to earlier as well, Shui. They are physically a very gifted side. They look very athletic. Again, nice movement from Santa Rosa.
Just lucky there as the ball wasn't very well placed.
I think that's where maybe the physical attributes start to tell with her long arms, and she's very long.
She is the tallest player on court right now, standing at 179 cm.
They do have the height advantage, the Philippines. The average height almost 6 cm, more than 6, about 6.5 cm taller than the Maldivian side. Ima just about gets that one in.
And of course, the change that we have seen earlier in the Maldives team with Hanan Aisha Hussein coming in for the wing defense wing defense position.
Lamogda gets another one for the Philippines. And Ima once more. Always seems she has a knack of just peeling away from the defender at the right time and just finding a lot of space. A lot of times not challenged for a lot of these balls, Shui.
Yeah, and she is actually only moving along the baseline for this ball. So what we would like to see more of Kathleen Jane is that she is able to angle and position such that she's forcing Ima to only one side and knowing exactly where she is.
As you see that, Ventura now checking in for the Philippines. Lamogda a long way out. The Santa Rosa keeping it alive.
And of course you would be confident to shoot out far when you have such a tall co-shooter inside to take the rebound for you, wouldn't you?
Yeah, that's a very good point. She is Ima. Finally challenged a bit there from Kathleen Jane, but she is sharp. Ventura just checked in. Domino. Santa Rosa, good movement. Quick ball movement up, and Santa Rosa, another one. Ameada. Again, Ima. Putting in a lot of work for the Maldives. Only 4 goals behind. Ventura. Quick into Lamogda, but good work from Hamna Abdul Rahman. Ball lofted over the top to Santa Rosa. 23-18 now to the Philippines. This is a different encounter from their earlier meeting. They've already met once in this tournament. It was the Philippines who won 50-44, but it was Maldives who started the stronger of that. They went into the half with an 8-point lead. Very much changed Filipino side. Shoes, you've seen them a lot this tournament. Have they definitely gotten better as the tournament has gone on?
They have definitely improved.
And the defense there, sorry to interrupt you, Shuhi. It's just superb work. As Lamogda gets another one. As you're saying, they've gone better as the tournament's gone along?
Yeah, and just in the last play, the coach will be really satisfied with their transition from attack to defense. Yeah, so that is really great work, especially, I mean, it gives the defenders a really good assurance if your attackers are putting up that much defending work up court. So what we have seen in this Philippines side is that they have improved and they are finding space a lot better than they did when they first started this tournament. And their connections are definitely getting better as well. So that, I mean, that is something that the coach, of course, Angelina, will be happy about.
The Maldives coach definitely happy with the contribution of Ima. Once more gets another one, 25-19 now to the Philippines.
And we have confirmed the change in the Philippines lineup with Eliza Diane Ventura coming in for the center beat.
Ameada. Better ball movement this from the Maldives side. Oh, good pass inside to Ameada. I think the first shot not from Ima today, and it goes in. 26-20 by encouraging movement from the Maldives there.
And that's what Amar Adha has to do to get the Maldives back into this game, so that, I mean, Ima is shut down really well, so she has to come into play.
Lamogda can't get that one. Chance now for Maldives. They really want to try to reduce the deficit, but the pass picked off, unfortunately, for the Philippines. Just a bit too over-eager there in their defense. Space now on the side. Ima came forward to make a little bit of space for Ameada at the back there, but the ball couldn't quite get to her. And I think now, finally starting to see the goal attack and goal shooter for Maldives maybe work together a little bit better.
Yeah, but the possession has unfortunately gone to Philippines in that occasion, but
Maldives
great defense.
get it back, great defense. Doing a Philippines on the Philippines there, the front court press almost.
Exactly. And it's just less than a minute to go. To level things up in this quarter. Can the Maldives do it?
26-21. 45 seconds left. They have possession. Ameada. Ima once more gets it. And misses. Philippines now move the ball forward quickly. And poor pass there, but it will remain Philippines' possession. 15 seconds left in the quarter. It will remain Philippines' ball. Maldives getting very physical there at the end of this. And the horn goes
Half-time. The score is
at the half. It's
26,
Philippines
21
26, Maldives
to
21.
Philippines.
Good quarter there for the Philippine shoes.
Yeah, they have been sensational with their passing and the space they're finding inside the circle, as well as defensive efforts through court. So they'll be looking to continue this good work, whereas on the Maldives side, they will be looking to get that load off Ima and involve Amel Adha a bit more so that they can balance that shooting load.
We'll be back very soon with the third quarter at the half. It's Philippines 26, Maldives 21.
trumpets blow. Trumpets blow. Stop watch when you bubbly. Serious thing, it and a comedy. And them say you have the comedy. Some me won't get someone come trouble. Bust two buckle of the bubbly. Call in two friend and then double. Girl so hot, she a bubbly. And she know when she got, she a carry me remedy. Rotate your body, come in over, you're spinning it. Rotate your body, come in over, you're spinning it. Rotate your body, come in over, you're spinning it. Make the trumpets blow.
Welcome back to the OCBC Arena M1 Asian Netball Championships 9th, 10th playoffs between the Philippines and Maldives. Start of the third quarter. Ventura with the ball in very quickly to Lamogda. Just can't quite get it. Shuyi joining me today. The Philippines, they've got a 5-point lead going into this, but not been shooting the best, or not been the most accurate, even though they've had probably the more of the chances against Maldives.
Yeah, they do. And the shooting stats at halftime shows that in quarter one, Maldives had 67%, which they have lesser attempts, and they managed to shut down Ima. So that was well done on Philippines. On Philippines' side, that was standing 1% in the first quarter, and just slightly below that same percentage, it's 67% in the second quarter. Whereas Maldives has upped their shooting percentage to 87 shooting accuracy in the second quarter. So Philippines would really have to steady down their shots in this game, especially in this quarter, to stay in the game.
Lamogda, though, just missing another one. So 0 of 2 at the start of this quarter for the Philippines. So that said, a lot of this lead can be attributed to the defense that they've been playing on the Maldives, as Aminat Lila, who's checked in, gets the ball. And again, they see an example of it. It's relentless pressure on the Maldives, even though they will keep the ball.
And of course, on screen, there is Amina Lila,
who's sat the most. She sat the whole of the second quarter. Coming into this, and he said she's got a very good relationship with Ima, the goal shooter. And we'll see if that connection can help bring them back into this game. It's only 5 points, so they are very much in this, the Maldives. Leela with the ball.
That was a short pass caught by the umpire, so you can't pass the ball within 3 feet to another team player. And of course, some changes in the Philippines lineup, with Teresa Angeline Aquino into goalkeeper, Eunice Japon coming in wing defense, and Grella Teo back in the wing attack beat.
Well, this is Teo now to Santa Rosa. Good ball movement, Lamogda. Let's see if she can get off the mark in this quarter, and she does. 27-21 to the Philippines. Remember, Philippines, this is their first Asian Netball Championship, so finishing 9th will be quite an achievement for them. The Maldives, they were 9th in the 2016 edition. I'm sure they would love to equal that finish here in Singapore. They look to get it into Ima once more. Just really clever to just peel away from a defender at the right moment to get that space. 27-22 now. Ventura with the center pass. Teo. Again, this time the Maldives putting the pressure on. We saw that a little bit at the end of the second quarter, them trying to put early pressure on the Philippines, which has worked well for the Philippines as Aminath Lila gets the ball into Ima.
I think with Aminath Lila coming back into the game, what the Maldives need to work a bit more is to come forward whenever she has the ball, just so that those long arms from the Philippines defenders won't face her.
Great pass there into Ima. She is on fire today, Ima, as she has been actually throughout this tournament. It's now just 3 points difference. To Santa Rosa, to Ventura, to Teo, Lamogda. Again, they need to get a bit sharper. The two big goals up top for the Philippines. The Maldives definitely, it seems like they've come out in this one with a higher intensity. And there, picked it off. Good work defensively for the Maldives. But they give it away.
It is frustrating, isn't it? That the defenders are working so hard to get a ball and they throw it back just like that. So with an interception like that, what a big intercept it is, they have to just steady it down, choose the safe options, come through court a bit steadier.
And it is a game of such small margins, just like that. 3 points behind, picked off the ball, thought they could come off and reduce the deficit further, but instead a poor pass has now made it a 4-point game. Santa Rosa swings it over to Ventura, and again, great work defensively from the Maldives. And Mendoza picking it off.
She has been great on defense, and she's doing a lot of work up court and in the shooting circle. And I've been impressed with what she has done with Kathleen Jane in the Maldives shooting circle, and I hope to see that with that connection with Teresa as well.
There. She'll want to forget that shot quickly. But great work defensively. Those long arms working. Just hasn't found the rhythm in this third quarter. Karen Lamogda. The Maldives now need to take advantage of that. They've done all the work defensively. Need to get it into Ima. Nice little pass from Lila. And Ima can't finish. I think that's been the story of the game, Shui. Great work defensively. Sort of cancelling each other out. Santa Rosa, can she do something to spark the Philippines?
Umpire just had a caution against the wing defense of Maldives, and that is Hanan Asha Hussein. So she will have to watch a bit of her hands.
They have come up very physical in this third quarter of the Maldives.
And if she gets a warning, she might be sent out soon after.
I think that will be the first one in this championship so far.
That's right.
It's Lamogda.
She's finding her momentum, isn't she? So it's great to see your shooters finally settling down.
And we'll see if the Maldives can be a bit calmer in this final third, and again, I think just a shove there to get into Ima. Makes no mistakes. 30-25 now to the Philippines. Ventura just making a slight mistake there. It is Maldives' ball. Need to make this one count, Shui. And again, just the passing in this final third, getting it up to the attackers.
I think there just needs to be that one extra step into the ball, just so that you get away from the defender's hands and the hustle.
Maybe just a bit of a lack of sharpness of the pass, just a lack of zip on the ball in this final third for the Maldives. But again, the hustle cannot be questioned from either of these sides.
The umpires are just getting their presence known, just to tidy the physical side of things up a bit in this game. Safety, after all, it's the main objective for these umpires.
Safe hands from Lamogda. Makes it 31-25. Ima. One footer, just can't get it to go. But another chance for the Maldives. Good pass early inside to Ima. 31-26 now. Just over halfway in this third quarter. Teo, Lamogda, she has the confidence to take it from far. Doesn't quite come off for her.
I think what's really encouraging in a netball game is that, I mean, there are only two people who can shoot in a netball game. So the other 5 players has to work really hard to get the balls to them. And on screen, these two teams had not given up a slight bit. So they're still hustling really hard. And the defenders are working overtime.
That's right. It really is hammer and tongs in the defense. Neither team giving an inch. You see there as well, to the point where it is getting a bit physical as well.
There's a change as Kathleen Jane comes into the goal attack position.
Goal attack. Lamogda gonna take a seat.
And we have Diana back into the wing defense position.
So Kathleen Jane starting at goalkeeper. Going to be given a chance up top as well. And again, she's another big girl in Shui.
We have seen this change in the last game, and it worked out really well for them, so that Anathea can take up the main shooting load, and while Kathleen Jane creates play for her. And she's a great defender as well, so she'll be able to get balls up court.
Some more defending from the front. And again, pressure there from Seno immediately paying dividends. She's looking for Santa Rosa to Teo. Ventura. And Kathleen. And that's her first. Almost looked like she didn't want the ball. She's just trying to create space for Santa Rosa.
But she ends up making her first shot off the game.
Hopefully that will give her a bit of confidence as well. To take some of that load off Santa Rosa in terms of a shooting perspective. You can hear Ima as well encouraging her team. As Anathea makes another one. Amnath Leela. So Ima, there's that connection you've been talking about. The results in the Maldives reducing the deficit once more, 34-27. They're gonna need a defensive stop here. Xanathia, great presence of mind there to try to keep it in. The Maldives now with possession. Aminath Leela. Quick ball movement. Oh, lovely stuff from the Maldives. They try to get it to Ima. Aminath Leela doing well to create the space that allows Ima to get it. Needs this shot. Oh, and just rolls out. So unlucky, Shui.
It is, and that has been the case throughout most of the game. She hasn't been the sharpest today, Ima. That's very uncharacteristic. Probably loaded with the responsibility as a captain as well. So she will need to get those nerves off as soon as possible with one more quarter to go.
There is still time, as you say, another quarter to go. As Catherine makes another one. 2 for 2 now.
She is confident now, isn't she?
She's got that confidence, little spring in a step now. It's an 8-point game. Aminath Leela. They will, of course, look for Ima. Brilliantly cut out there. Pure. Santa Rosa. Kathleen will get another chance to shoot a bit further out this time. Doesn't matter. 36-27. Pure. Kathleen again. We'll get another bite at the cherry. And it's good. 10 points now, Shui. Philippines really turning the screw on now on the Maldives, pulling away. Need to keep their head up, the Maldives side here. Again, dangerous pass, but to get away with it. Inside now, Aminath Leela. She'll take a shot and makes it over the bigger defender. With about 30 seconds left in this third quarter, 37-28. They'd love one more. Philippines double-digit lead going into the fourth quarter. San Rosa. A bit too hard on that one with the shot.
They will need to put pressure through court to stop Maldives from...
5 seconds left. Can the Maldives pull one more back before the end of fourth quarter? Just
end of quarter three.
Run
the score
out
is
of time there. Not the best of quarters for the Maldives. Philippines, though, really stepped it up to the end of their quarter, Shui.
They have, and I love the work that Janelle Mendoza is doing up in the defensive end. She's getting a huge load of balls for Philippines, and the shooters they just have to be a bit more consistent with their attempts at shots.
At the end of third, Philippines 37, Maldives 28.
Back on the court, Team Philippines taking on Maldives.
All you need is love. All you need is love. All you need is love. Love. Love is all you need.
Welcome back to the OCBC Arena in Singapore for the M1 Asian Netball Championships. This is the 9th, 10th playoff between the Philippines and the Maldives. Just about to start the fourth quarter. The Philippines with the advantage, 37-28 as we're just about to kick off or start off the fourth quarter. It is Maldives with the center pass. Shui, tough ask for the Maldives to try to come back in this fourth quarter with the lead so high for the Philippines.
Yeah, it's 9 goals, but there is, after all, 15 minutes to go. So I'd like to see a bit more defense happening right in the Maldives team. So the defense have to step up and they have to shut down this tall duo in the shooting circle from Philippines.
It is Lamogda who has checked back in for this fourth quarter, and Seno gone back to goalkeeper. But it's 8 points now. Early goal for Ima, who is the main threat for the Maldives. Aminat Lila up front with a more of a foil who tries to get spaces. Lamogda just misses out but gets the rebound and extends the lead back to 9 for the Philippines. And you talk about that defensive effort from the Maldives. The start of the third really put pressure on the Philippines, but could not keep up with that intensity throughout the quarter. It is tough, obviously, to try to maintain the intensity throughout 15 minutes as Ima makes it an 8-point game once more.
It is definitely, and what they will need to do is to really be consistent with their effort throughout this 15 minutes. And we have, obviously, wing attack of Philippines, Maurice and Andrew.
Good work from the keeper, Aminath Rabah Ibrahim. That's the kind of effort they're going to need, especially at the start of the quarter. You think they try to want to reduce the deficit as quick as possible, maybe try to get a bit more pressure on the Philippines. Philippines, of course, not the most experienced of teams here in the competition. It'll be interesting to see if the Maldives can really cut it down to maybe 3 or 4 as Ima gets another one, to see how the Philippines deal with that pressure as well.
Yeah, and Ima's just trying to find her shooting range back as Kathleen Jane came back into the goalkeeper position with the huge task of defending her.
Now Santa Rosa trying to get the position, will get the shot here. She has been sharp for the Philippines, not just in this game, but throughout the tournament. Anathea Santa Rosa. She makes it. It is 39-31 to the Philippines. Philippines with the center pass. Anathea coming really deep to get the ball. Lamogda early into her.
A quick touch there.
Good interplay with her and Tonko. But Lamogda just couldn't take advantage. She. Santa Rosa again. So quick to try to put that early pressure, but this time did it illegally as they look for Ima. And good work there from Ventura. Unlucky for her, hands just couldn't quite get onto that one.
They are very quick on defense, so just have to steady it down and get the early workload done just to be free from this tight Philippines defense.
Ima with another one, shaking her head though. Not happy as you mentioned earlier as well, maybe hasn't quite found the rhythm that she usually has. I missed that one. That one quite a fair bit off, Shui.
And she is in comfortable shooting range actually. There is a timeout call by Sarah Abdul-Bari.
We will see a change for the Maldives.
A
Couple
few
of changes. If the Ada Amir is going to come and play goal defense.
And Habna coming back into the wing defense a bit.
Santa Rosa, though, under pressure, no problem. 40-32. Just over 10 minutes left for the Philippines. First ever time participating in the Asian Netball Championships. One achievement for them, it would be if they could finish ninth. The Maldives, they finished ninth in 2016. How they'd love to equal that finish as Lamogda gets another one. 41-32. Back to a 9-point lead, a 9-goal lead for the Philippines. Aminat Lila couldn't quite get it back. The height difference really telling there.
And that's who we are speaking about, Janelle. She has done a lot on defense to be able to get balls to the Philippines shooting circle. I mean, I would love to have her in my team.
A real hustle player. They swing it around to Ventura. Unfortunate. Ameada. Looking for support. Aminat Lila. Good strong hands. Now they feed it into Ima. No mistake from her. 41-33. It's now or never for the Maldives to try to start cutting into this lead. But the Philippines have always had an answer so far in this game. Lamogda just about makes that one. Back to a 9-goal game. Aminat Lila now. We'll look for Ima. Again, just great movement from her in there.
That's a signature movement, I would say.
That little drop of the shoulder moves the other way. So you know what's coming, but you just can't do anything about it, Shi.
So Maldives just setting up a zone defense, kind of, just to mark out anybody coming through the middle. So keeping the Philippines wide. A good change.
Yeah, maybe not the best of passes in there.
But credits, of course, to the Maldives defense.
And again, early pressing from the Philippines, but the Maldives team doing well now. Gets it to Aminat Lila. Doing well, Aminat Lila. Not the tallest, of course.
But she's a feisty player.
Feisty. It doesn't quite get all the plaudits, but she does so much work. But their height difference there may be telling. Mendoza cutting that ball out. Santa Rosa. Ventura. Mogda looking for it and poor pass there, she.
But there is like great defense from Maldives as they set up that area press again. So they will be looking to continue that, and Philippines will have to adapt and change things up.
Time though not on Maldives side. Just over 6 minutes remaining. Chance to cut the lead to 6 as well.
What the Philippines defense is doing really well is that, I mean, they have two tall defenders right there, and they are forcing both shooters to go backwards, which is on their disadvantage. So Maldives will need to start coming forward for the ball.
It will be Maldives' possession though. Ima. Under pressure there, she needed that one. Couldn't quite get it to fall. Philippines now bringing it up court. Santa Rosa. Lamogda, oh, physical stuff inside. And Anathea Santa Rosa almost seemed to check her shot midway, but it still went in. Santa Rosa once more.
Love the front position she's getting.
Lamogda. Get another chance for the Philippines. She makes it count 44-35. Must be really frustrating for the Maldives side, Shui. Every time they sort of cut the lead by a little bit, the Philippines make sure to extend it back up to 9.
Yeah, it is really frustrating, but they are not doing that basics right today, and it just seems that, like we said, they haven't really settled down and get their momentum throughout this game.
You're right, talk about the momentum and the basics and the rhythm. The Philippines have just looked the better side with the ball for most of this game. Santa Rosa there again, it's getting really physical in there between the defenders and the attackers of the Philippines and the Maldives.
She is the go-to girl though.
She is. She has shown just how much talent and potential she does have, Anathea Santa Rosa. Great at finding position as well. There's Lamogda, long way out. 46-35 now for the Philippines. About 3.5 minutes remaining. And more pressure from the Philippines. This time the Maldives to keep the ball. And another turnover for the Maldives. It's all going a bit awry for them now. Again, sharp ball movement from the Philippines, Shui.
They're confident, and the shooters are finding really good space up front for the midcourts to feed. So if I am the midcourt on court, I will be comfortable as well.
They are not making all their shots though now, the Philippines. You think a little bit of complacency coming in, Shui?
Yeah, and from the last game, Anathea was shooting at a high of 94%. So it is definitely a deep, but they are getting a huge amount of attempts in their shooting circle.
A narrow window though still for the Maldives. A window that is getting smaller and smaller as time ticks away. Ima. 10-point game now. Santa Rosa. So willing to come deep. Oh, that's a good ball in from Tonko. Great pass there, Shui.
Saw that space and that drive, and really great vision as well.
Lila gets it up early for the Maldives. And Ima there just crowded out Shui.
Just seems like Philippines is having a great time in this game. Intercepting balls, putting in goals. And that connection between amongst the team is really good as well.
Of course, as soon as we say that, there's a misplaced pass, but that is the commentator's curse, Shui.
It is. But just about 1.5 minutes left and 11-goal lead. I would say Philippines would comfortably take this win.
Does look likely now that it will be the Philippines to finish 9th at the M1 Asian Netball Championships as Ima gets another one for the Maldives. 1 minute remaining. What an achievement this would be for the Philippines, having never taken part in an Asian Netball Championships till this year. Is a new sport in the Philippines. Obviously, basketball has dominated the scene over there, but great to see them coming out, and they'll take a lot of encouragement from this performance at these championships, Shui.
They will, and they'll be proud of themselves, what they have done through these years of training and finally coming into Asian Netball Championships and being top of the bowl group and also finishing 9th place. So, of course, they are an athletic side and they'll be a force to reckon with a bit more experience in their hands right now.
A bit more experience, especially for this girl, Anathea Santa Rosa. She has been the star for the Philippines. As that is
and
it.
that's full
Great
time.
performance from
The
the
score
Philippines.
is 49-37 to Philippines.
Maldives, they fought hard, but ultimately maybe just short today in everything against the Philippines. Well done, the Philippines, finishing 49-37. Great performance from them, Shui.
It is, and while Maldives will not be happy with the results today, they should still be proud of themselves of what they have achieved through this year, especially like the coach mentioned this year. They had no competition or not much training to start with, and the performance I've seen, I've been really impressed.
I think that is the encouraging thing that you have to take from the Asian Netball Championship as well. It seems like the Maldives have come out here, like you said, not much game time, still performed, still have won games, still have shown a lot of encouraging signs for their future as well. And I guess the same can be said for the Philippines as well. Coming here, first time ever, finishing 9th. That's really, really encouraging stuff for them.
Yes, and there we go. We have Philippines in the 9th position and Maldives in the 10th position.
See a great show of sportsmanship as well. So it ends here in the 9th, 10th playoffs. The Philippines at 49, Maldives 37. We got interviews coming right up.
And birthday girl, Grala Teo here with me. Happy birthday, Grala, and congratulations. Now, coming into this game against the Maldives, it was so much different compared to when you guys played on Thursday. You know, you really dominated the game throughout 4 quarters. What do you guys do differently today?
We took it off from the last quarter from the previous game. We actually did very well against Maldives. So we started off from where we left off, and that's why we could take a good fight against Maldives today.
Now, today is the last game for you guys, the Philippines. Now, can you just give us like a summary of how your competition has been?
It has been great, awesome, and I've enjoyed playing. I've enjoyed playing with them. I'm grateful for the opportunity, and they have been very, very well. They trained very hard. They came so far, and I'm really glad that they have actually improved a lot. And well done, Team Philippines.
I'm gonna kick happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to. All right, thank you very much, Carla, for chatting with us. Happy birthday once again. Go off and have your celebrations. Have fun.